Hi, my name is Vanessa Cain. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. I own a private practice in sunny Los Angeles, California, where I teach people the yoga of relationships. So much of our learning or our karma is either accrued in relationships or worked out through relationships. And we as humans come together to learn really important lessons about ourselves, about other people in the context of a relationship. So we may learn about kindness, humility, safety, discernment, self-love, all these qualities that can really be amplified in relationships, whether it's your relationship to your spouse, partner, boyfriend, or relationship even to a child as a parent. All of these things kind of spark the potentials of where our wounding is and help them come to light for healing. So where people generally get into trouble in relationships is that after the first 2 years where they were high on dopamine and not really, in the best state of mind to be using good discernment, some of the core issues in a relationship where people trigger each other, their baggage, their wounding, the hurt places in them begin to surface. And where we get into trouble is that we don't know how, based on our previous experiences, to relate differently. But what people have in them is a really deep longing for a corrective experience, which is why you actually do accrue or have so much suffering in a relationship when that need continues to go unmet. So relationships, like any other practice, require discipline. So whether you're trying to eat right or exercise, you really need to pull back and make sure that each decision that you're making is in line with a longer term goal. And so in my practice, I teach clients how to use a mindfulness approach to be more responsible to their emotions. So emotions are great. They teach us how to know when our boundaries are being violated or our needs aren't being met. And so we need emotions, but too often people act out of emotions without using their left brain to come in and help with the logical part. So when we compare the logic and the emotions, we can have a nice integrated reaction when we want to articulate something to our partner, as opposed to just in the moment reacting, which can often result in a lot of damage in a relationship. I've had extensive training in couples therapy, in interpersonal neurobiology, and also attachment theory. For a long time, attachment theory was my first love, and so I've conducted original research on how to effectively use attachment theory in psychotherapy practices. I've also had a lot of clinical experience in working with parents, with new mothers and new fathers and children, and I found that so much of that mindful parenting approach I also use with couples, teaching them how to essentially reparent each other in ways that they weren't met from their own childhoods. So I'm so passionate about helping people heal their relationships. The majority of my practice is working with couples, probably 75 to 80%, but I also see a good amount of individuals, men and women, who are struggling to make sense of their failed relationships or dynamics in the relationships that aren't serving them, or how to get out of a relationship that they know isn't good for them but can't manage to leave. I also do a lot of one-on-one individual therapy in my office, as well as public speaking and groups in the community. So if you believe it could be of service to you, please feel free to contact me at the email or number below. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this video.